Have you ever wondered why an unplanned purchase sometimes leaves you with a sense of regret? You might be missing a simple but transformative rule, the 1% rule for buying things. The 1% rule is a straightforward guideline designed to help you make more mindful financial decisions. Here's how it works. Before purchasing an item, ask yourself if its cost exceeds 1% of your annual gross income. If it does, take a step back and give it at least a day or two to consider whether this purchase aligns with your financial goals. The idea isn't to prevent you from spending your money, but to encourage thoughtful consideration, ensuring that your financial priorities are respected. This pause helps you determine if the purchase truly brings value or if it's just a fleeting impulse. Let's put the 1% rule into perspective with a practical example. Imagine you earn $50,000 a year. According to the rule, 1% of your annual income is $500. So, if you're eyeing a new gadget that costs $600, the rule advises you to wait a couple of days before making that purchase. During this time, reflect on whether the gadget is something that enhances your life or if it's just the allure of having the latest tech. Maybe it's the feeling of upgrading that you're after, rather than the actual functionality you'd gain. This waiting period allows you to assess the necessity of the item against other financial obligations or goals you might have, like saving for a vacation, retirement, or an emergency fund. The real beauty of the 1% rule lies in its ability to shift your mindset from reactive to proactive. Rather than being swept up in the tide of consumerism, you're giving yourself the chance to prioritize long-term satisfaction over short-term gratification. It encourages a deeper consideration of what truly enriches your life and allows you to align your spending with your core values. Let's delve a little deeper. By adhering to the 1% rule, you cultivate patience, a virtue often undervalued in today's fast-paced world. Waiting those extra days can mean the difference between a purchase driven by impulse and one that's the result of careful deliberation. This practice not only protects your wallet, but also fosters a healthier relationship with money. It transforms spending into a deliberate action rather than a compulsive one, which can lead to greater financial stability and peace of mind. Moreover, as you consistently apply the 1% rule, you begin to notice patterns in your spending habits. You might realize that certain types of purchases routinely trigger impulsive buying behavior. This awareness allows you to adjust your spending habits, ultimately giving you greater control over your finances and helping you stay on track to achieve bigger financial goals. The 1% rule isn't about restricting joy or denying yourself pleasures, but about enhancing your decision-making process. By applying this rule, you're making a commitment to yourself to think long-term, to prioritize what's genuinely meaningful, and to ensure that every significant purchase is a step towards a richer, more fulfilling life. So next time you're faced with a tempting buy, remember the 1% rule and give yourself the gift of thoughtful consideration, because sometimes the best purchases are the ones you don't rush into.